Alright guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today I'm talking about the CIGA Design Magician. Now, this watch comes in at $499 for the stainless steel version or $599 for the titanium model. Now, just in case you're not familiar with CIGA Design, they actually won the GPHG award for their Blue Planet watch back in 2021. Now, the Blue Planet watch was so ingenious by combining an engraved globe design as the main dial with a compass rose fixed to the globe itself, which functions as the hand for both the hour and minutes. Now, CIGA is not a new company. They actually started in 2016. In total, they've earned 17 international awards. So when they contacted me and asked me if I'd like to do a review on the Magician, I was like, yes, please send me one. I'd love to review this watch. So typically, I don't do unboxings. I don't really think they matter all that much. People are more concerned with the watch itself. But when this one arrived, I was like, I gotta video this box. It's pretty cool. If you look at first, you see how the word Magician is spelled out in this outer sleeve. Then when you slide the sleeve out to reveal the inner box, you get this mirrored finish text, which describes CIGA Design's philosophy. Next, when you open the cover of the first page, you see a drawing of the Magician and then the words "Time Magic" on your wrist. Next, you flip the page over, you see the movement and all three case designs along with the fluoro rubber strap. Not only is this one of the coolest watch boxes I've ever seen, but it's perfect for storing the unused watch cases. Now, before I get into the three different cases, I want to focus on what they call the inner container. This is basically the movement and the movement housing without the case attached. Now, this inner container is made up of stainless steel and titanium, and it features a transparent inner covering utilizing a three-dimensional structure holding the movement that gives the incredible look that it's suspended in the air. Now, the outer ring of the movement is what they call 60 gear scale. Now, it doesn't rotate, but this gives you numerals at each 5-second interval. Next, you're getting a sapphire crystal, which covers this beautiful movement. And of course, you're getting a see-through case back as well and 30 meters of water resistance. Now, the crown, it's a standard push-pull crown. It's not screwed down, but it's very well done and it's signed with the CIGA logo. The crown also has this interesting knurling design that keeps with the overall case design. So let's talk about the movement that CIGA uses in the Magician. They call it their design original CD-02. Now this movement is 25 joules, automatic, hand windable, hackable, and beats at 28,800 with a 40-hour power reserve. Now the skeletonizing done to this movement is incredible, down to the open mainspring as you can see it rotate while you wind the watch. They even offer a hand-wound only version that does not have the automatic rotor. Now when you look at this dial, you can see the hour hand, you see the minute hand, but where's the second hand? The second hand is actually the rotating gear in the middle of the dial. I thought this was so ingenious, and it brings the whole gear concept right to the center stage of this amazing dial. So if you look closely at the 3 o'clock position, you see the CIGA Design logo printed. And then just below that, at the 5 o'clock position, you see movement CIGA printed on the mainspring barrel. Although this movement is completely skeletonized, CIGA was able to apply loom to the minute and hour hands along with the rotating second hand gear in the middle of the dial. Now let's get into what makes the Magician the Magician. You actually get 3 different cases that come in either stainless steel or titanium. Now to change these cases out, it's extremely easy. You have 2 buttons on either side of the inner case. You simply push these 2 buttons and slide the case right on top and it snaps right into place. So let's start with the first one. You're getting the round case coming in at 46.2 millimeters in diameter with a 49 millimeter lug to lug. The round case is the most subtle of all three. I think the round one works extremely well with the inner case design and the overall floating movement concept of the watch. Moving on to the square case, it comes in at 44 millimeters in case width with a 49 millimeter lug to lug. In my opinion, the square case is the most bold of all three. Its blocky utilitarian design incorporates a rugged geometric form that's not only functional, but creates a fortress-like presence around the movement. The square version also has the open appearance on all four corners, taking the skeletonized design all the way out to the case. Lastly, we have the tonneau case. This one comes in at 46 millimeters in case width by 52 millimeter lug to lug. The tonneau case is definitely the most stylish and fashionable of all three. I like how the entire design of the watch is extended further out with the longer lug to lug, while the beveled edges give the case a slimmer, lower profile on the wrist. Moving on to the strap, the CIGA Magician comes with what they call fluoro rubber strap. This strap is quick release and signed with the CIGA Design logo, not only on the back of the strap, but also on the buckle. So what are my thoughts on the CIGA Magician? Well, for starters, there's nothing else out there like it. You're basically getting 3 watches in one, and you're getting a very clever floating movement design from an award-winning company. Next, the level of quality when it comes to this watch is very impressive. I was worried that a watch that has 3 different cases wouldn't be machined all that well. I thought, how are you going to be able to remove these cases without there being some slop? The watch is going to be shaky. None of that is the case with the CIGA Magician. They did next level finishing on this watch. Then you've got a movement that if you're somebody that likes skeletonized watches, the Magician is the pinnacle. They did such a great job with this movement. They made it as visible as possible. You know, the more I look at this watch, I feel like you're not really wearing a wristwatch, but more like you're wearing a piece of architecture. And the bottom line is you get a design unlike any other by an award-winning watch company at a very affordable price. Guys, have you been entertaining one of CIGA Design's watches? Have you seen the Blue Planet? Have you even looked at the Magician yet? Talk about it in the comments below. What do you think about this watch? And as always, I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.